get that. I don't know. I don't know. Here, let's. Still got time. We got time. We got time. You got time. We got time. We got time. Okay. No, we're on time. You're on time. Okay. Let me set this thing up. Here's the thing. Is it over there? Alright. And then there. Killer. Oh boy. Yeah. And let's do the thing. I swear to God, I'm giving myself like a headache. Let's set her down. And I think we're good. I think. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Not quite. Not quite. Sort of. I think we're good. I think we're good, sort of. There we go. There we go. Sort of. Good. Good. Alright. Alright. Now we're good. Good morning, Vietnam. Welcome to Taro and Lobster. I'm your host, Lobster. This is Taro. Today we're gonna wash the cards. We're gonna do we're gonna try and run through a nice little 10 card story, and we're gonna see what the cards have to offer us for this coming week, shall we? Love you guys. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's wash the cards. Ooh, there we go. We'll wash them. Let them go where they want to go. Put the top on the bottom. Put the bottom to the top. You know, and then you just kind of think about what you want to. You put your energy into the cards, and the cards will be like, oh, okay, I see where you want to go. Let's go there. You know, and you're like, okay, let's go there, right? And then you think about this other thing while you're pushing the cards this way and that, and then your cards are like, oh, all right. So let's deal with that too for you. Oh, okay, all right. So we're dealing, we're washing away all the stuff that we did last week, and we're configuring, and we're trying to put into the cards the stuff for this week. So that's why we wash the cards. Yeah, yep. And it's also, I mean, it's kind of, it's a lot of fun. It's a good fun way to shuffle instead of doing like your. You ever play the silly 52 card shuffle game? You know, like, you flick all the cards at your opponent and you make them pick a. It's so stupid, so dumb. Not even a game. It's rude. This is a good way just to make someone else pick the cards up. It's, I don't know why that popped into my head. Alright, we'll get the cards situated, settled down here. Try not to look at them. I don't want to know that like the three of spades is on the bottom, and then I got to configure it so that the three of spades is on the top. Okay, whatever the three of spades is to you, I guess we'll deal with it. So, alright, let's go. Alright, we got them situated. Let's cut. And then we'll do 2 more cuts. Let's cut up. Alright, and then we'll do one big one in the middle. Boom. And now we'll deal in the 6 piles. Alright. Typically, I think what I like to do typically is have the 6 piles dealt out prior to the beginning of the show, but for Monday, since we are washing the cards, I think it's only fair that we also show the dealing, huh? Alright, let's just get to it. Killing time, thinking about what we're dealing with. Hey, y'all been watching the World Cup? How about that Cape Verde team, huh? How about that Cape Verde team? Whatever it is that they're doing. They had a great game against Spain. They went like a 0-0 against Spain. And then, what was it? Uruguay? I think it was Uruguay or yeah, I think it was Uruguay. They uh, they went 2-2. It was a great game as well. They went 1-0 up. They went one up. They went up one. There we go on Uruguay. And Uruguay, I think, just kind of got like a little bit on attitude, and so they equalized, and then they got 2-1, and I was like, uh oh. But Cape Verde settled down. Their keeper settled down, and then they scored their equalizer, and the tiny nation of Cape Verde, um, which I think is like an outcropping of like the Netherlands. Um, they are they're a win away. They might even be like they don't even I don't know even think they have to win. They could easily like sneak into the round of 32 with another draw. I don't know. I like the World Cup, so it's been a lot of fun keeping track of it. So let's roll some dice and let's see some cards. All right, we've got a sixer. Let's roll here. We've got pile number one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 3, 4. Get these out of here. Put them away. And then we'll roll a 10-sided die to see how many cards to cut. Alright, let's go. We rolled an 8. So we'll take the top 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Let's activate our space and get our reading on. Boom. Alright. Card number 1. What's our current situation? Welcome to the tarot reading. I like to do a 10 card Celtic Cross reading. We haven't done one for a while, so let's get into it, shall we? Card number 1. Current situation. Current situation. We've got a Knight of Swords. Reversed. We're a little reserved, are we? Holding our tongue, huh? We're not dashing in, thinking we know it all. We got a little bit of humility going on this morning. Our bravado is taking a back seat. You're not quite pushing as far ahead as you thought maybe you could or would or want to. I think you're being, I'm not saying lazy, no, you're still a knight, you're still upside down though. But it seems like we're being a little reserved today. Seems like we're being, can you, this is more like a global reading, friend. Love you, thank you for being here. So we're going, we're going upside down, we're going reserved, Knight of Swords. Usually knights come in bravado, they're brave, they're demonstrative of who they are. They're like, yeah, dude, I'm the hype man. Upside down, though, it's a Monday. Maybe you got something dragging you down a little bit. Maybe you got something like distracting you. Maybe you don't know if you can really put together that much of an honest demonstration of who you are. I get that. Well, let's see what their dare card is. Let's see what their challenge is. Doesn't always have to be antithetical. It could be, complimentary. But let's see. We have the King of Swords. But a lot's being asked of us, isn't it? A lot's being asked of us. Our communication skills are at test today. Being able to tell people exactly what it is that you need to tell them is central to you. It's a part of who you are. And you don't need like like a yes or no answer to anything. You know, you need to be able to understand. But here you are, you're half-assing a little bit. But you got a lot of expectations coming up here. King of Swords is all talk at some points. And maybe you don't want to be all talk. Apologize. That was my phone calling me, telling me you're all talk. So we have a Knight of Swords crossed by a reverse Knight of Swords crossed by a King of Swords, which means I think we're gonna have to like look beyond our own expectations of the situation. I think we're being called to partake in the situation beyond what we may be willing to give it. Is all I'm saying. You know, like you're probably gonna have to give that presentation. Okay, you probably have to do like a weird presentation for something, and you're dreading it, and but you're gonna have to do it because who else? Who else but you? Well, let's see what the underlying situation for this fear of speech is. Fear of public uh, remonstration, if you will. Okay, remonstrative. That's a good word. Well, let's see why you too haven't created a YouTube channel of doing really shitty tarot. Okay, let's go. Underlying aspect, we've got reversed lovers. You're not really serving someone very well, or you're not being served very well by the people that you think should. And all right, so an example. Um, boyfriend girlfriend. I can do that. I have that experience. Um, a boyfriend girlfriend, right? One person doesn't quite jibe with the other person's like ambitions. You know, doesn't quite offer like that sense of comfort, if you will, to the other person, and that you know that's whether it's from like a natural thing, like an inherent thing, like you know, like oh yeah, we're too different to be able to offer that to each other, or that some kind of like like a punitive thing, like well, I just don't wanna, I don't wanna, you know, I don't want to support this person for whatever reason. Um, it seems like that's where we're at. We got a little bit of a disagreement. No wonder we have troubles with communications. We got a little bit of a disagreement with the people that we're trying to like coexist with. We're trying to do this together with. And I'm not. The lovers is more like the yin and yang though. It's more like it's the people that fill the needs that we don't quite fill ourselves, that we need. You know what I mean? You know, like opposites attract, yin and yang situation. And so right now our yin is out of whack with our yang, if you will. Let's go next card. Let's see what happened. Let's look at a little foundational, little sneak into the past to see what happened with this. Is that Herbie, by the way? Good morning, Herbie. Herbie, I reversed death. Someone should have grown up by now. Someone should have grown up by now. Not quite, huh? Someone, you thought that person was having like a little revival. Maybe they were going to change a little bit. Maybe they were going to do something different. And oh boy, haven't we heard that before? I'm gonna change, I promise. And then they don't. And now there you are, you just, oh God, I don't want to say anything anymore. Just, if I don't have to be lied to, then I'll do anything. Right? Ooh, what a brutal little wackadoo, like, situation you're in. Been there. Oh, if their mouths are moving, then that's when you shouldn't be listening. Brutal. We haven't even gotten to like a seven of swords yet. If we find that out around here, boy, oh boy, I think we got legal claims. I'm just saying. Reverse death means like someone's shirking the responsibilities of change or avoiding it, and that's brutal. Death is not a bad card. It's just a promise that things are gonna change, whether you want to or not. But if you're gonna be immature about it, if you're gonna avoid it, if you're gonna pretend it didn't happen, if you're not gonna take it into account, no wonder there's problems with communications. Shit happens. You can't let things just not happen just because you don't want them to happen. You gotta change. Change it, learn it. Okay. Let's look for a goal today. We have the tower reversed. Don't make this the big thing though. This isn't really a big thing. Maybe it's something like going on in the back of your head. Maybe like, man, I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of like a coworker that you used to have, kind of like a nice little like, buddy, like you could dab up every once in a while, like, but like maybe they got to you on a betting pool, about the World Cup. Maybe you had Spain and they had Cape Verde because like they drew the short straw and they were like, well, I guess I'll bet Cape Verde if nobody else is gonna. Maybe that's what happened, right? I'm just saying, this isn't a big deal. You can't chase after this like a windmill on the back of whatever your Dodge Charger is and hope that you're jousting at things. Stop. Knock it off, Don Quixote. Okay? Cervantes would like to have a better word with you. That's all I'm saying. Is that who wrote it? Am I making that up? I made that up. I don't know. I'm mixing all of my words together. It happens. I'm just saying. Reverse tower means this isn't a big deal. It's not a soul thing. It's not something you have loyalty to. Okay, it's not. Don't worry about it. Focus on other things. It should be easy. Focus on other things. Don't. I mean, work on it. Fix it if you can. But if you can't, don't worry about it. Carter next. In the future, we have King of Spears reversed. King of Spears, King of Wands is that's more like the manifestation card. It's more like reliance on yourself kind of a thing, and believing in who you are wherever you are and whatever it is that you do, kind of a situation. Like, like, yeah, if you end up in a trailer and you're like, oh yeah, I'm proud to be in a trailer, or if you end up in a castle, you're like, I'm proud to be in a castle, because that's what you wanted to do. Reversed speaks to a sense of not exactly what you wanted. It's where you belong, but it's not exactly what you wanted. You weren't planning on maybe like a loss of communication with this person. You know, you weren't planning on. In fact, it kind of eats you up a little bit still on the inside because it doesn't feel right. You want to have like that little sense of closure, and it makes sense. But sometimes you don't get that closure, not the way that you want it. Card number 7, who you are in the situation. Reversed 5 of Swords. Chill out with the drama. You like to keep your, you like the 5 of Swords speaks to a furious and chaotic communication. It speaks to petty, if you will, like the base denominations of understanding and expression, like saying a lot of F words. You know what I mean? Um, and reversed, it means that we're calm, we're collected, and we're trying not to hurt people with what we're doing. You know, like when we say what we mean, it's because we mean for you to understand. You know, not I'm saying what I mean, so I don't have to tell you anymore. Like kind of a thing. No, we're being kind and caring with our words. Kind and caring. No spite today. Okay? We're not fighting. We're not protecting some grand global thing. Okay? You can back down if you need to a little bit. Just because someone's being an asshole doesn't mean you have to be the toilet paper that wipes them out and flushes them down the toilet. You can avoid the stench. There's a lot that went on right there. A lot that went on. Card number 8. What's our environment? Reversed Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Hearts is like the mom, right? So the reverse Queen of Cups is I think we're it's that this you got to remove emotion from it, right? You got to remove the sense of care and endearment to the situation, right? Maybe for you, for me, as an example of it is when someone tries to like change something in front of me and I have to go. I am not emotionally going to respond to this at fucking all. And 1 second. um, so anyhow, let's continue on. I think it's just like you got to remove your emotions from the situation, right? So card number 9 with 3 of coins. If it doesn't work, stop doing it. Okay? At the very base level of it all, like whoever it is that you may or may not be talking to, that you kind of don't want to like, you don't want to be a jerk to. Like if it doesn't work, then don't do it. You know, like if you're not gonna work together, then you know just make sure it doesn't like you don't put your you don't invest your time and your effort into something, right? For you, and so that's what you have to look at it for. Not on their end of things, whether or not they change or they're better is of no consequence to you. For you, it's whether or not they offer you anything that helps. And if they don't, you got to cut it. Card number 10. Final card. The Fool. You got to keep remembering that every day is a new adventure. and that you're not always going to know how to handle things with grace and 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 integrity. You know, you're going to make your mistakes, but you always have to, like, you know, realize that everybody else around you is doing the best that they can too. You know, and so, like, if you know specifically that, like, some people are doing things around you and you intend to get in their fucking way, then, you know, maybe you're kind of an asshole. And you should be, you know, people should be willing to talk to you about that. But if you're willing to understand that there are things that people do every day and they decide to, I don't know, make an impact on that in some kind of a meaningful way, then embrace that, you know. But if other people decide to, I don't know, continue to, you know, make a negative impact on you, then you can actually, you can do it, you can act on that, you know. You can tell people, hey, I don't need you around anymore. Hey, you don't make things attractive. Hey, you aren't a part of it. You can do that. Anyhow, I love you guys. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know, make sure you guys don't tell anybody to shut the fuck up or for any fucking reasons. You know. And guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys, I don't know, tell your dads Happy Father's Day if you haven't already yet. Okay, and I'll see you guys. I don't know. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll have another shot at this. Okay. Thank you guys.